On a bright morning or a dull day, what would you prefer? A pinch of salt, a horseshoe, or a four-leaf clover to change your luck? Surprised as to why I am asking this? These are just some of the popular superstitions present around the world. Hello and welcome back to Crunchy Storyteller. In continuation to my last video on superstition, today we are going to explore the reasons behind some of the most popular and bizarre superstitions prevalent around the world. Friday the 13th. This is perhaps one of the most commonly heard superstitions. Just like the number 7 for Romans, magical influence is associated with the number 13. But this time it is not lucky. It's considered very unlucky. In fact, triskaidekaphobia is the official name regarding the phobia of number 13. Just like some other superstitions surrounding the Last Supper, the 13th is also seen as unlucky because the great betrayer Judas Iscariot was the 13th member of the dinner party that led to Christ's crucifixion. Also, on 13th of October 1307, King Philip IV of France arrested and put to death hundreds of the Templar Knights. One of the earliest myths surrounding it states that it was a clerical error, where the 13th law was omitted from one of the world's oldest legal documents, the Code of Hammurabi. Another similar occurrence is in the Norse mythology. In a well-known tale, 12 gods were invited to dine at Valhalla, a magnificent banquet hall in Asgard, the city of the gods. Loki, the god of strife and evil, crashed the party, raising the number of attendees to 30. The other gods tried to kick Loki out, and in the struggle that ensued, Balder, the favorite among them, was killed. Four-leaf clover. As per Scientific American, if you are looking for a four-leaf clover which has always been associated with good luck, then your chances of finding it is 1 in 10,000. If the legend has to be believed, when Adam and Eve were leaving the Garden of Eden, Eve plucked a four-leaf clover as a souvenir. While another theory states that back in ancient Celtic world, it was believed that four-leafed clover would ward off the evil spirit. Interestingly, a medieval theory states that possessing this lucky plant allowed one to see fairies. Spilling salt. Spilling salt has long been considered inauspicious. This superstition involves warding off the evil and in this case the devil himself. In Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper, Jesus' betrayer, Judas Iscariot, is portrayed as accidentally having spilled the salt. As Judas was associated with doing something bad, ipso facto, so was salt, and throwing it over your shoulder will blind the devil waiting there. In other versions of the superstition, it was believed that the devil resides just over your left shoulder. Therefore, the salt was thrown over the left shoulder. While others say that the high value of salt in ancient times led to the belief that to spill it was to incur bad fortune, requiring a corresponding ritual or penance to prevent worse loss from occurring. Horseshoe. Another commonly used good luck object is horseshoe. In ancient time, iron was considered magical as it could withstand fire and therefore many believed that it had mystical powers and abilities to ward off bad luck. Generally, an iron horseshoe is nailed above the entrance to a home, pointing upward like a U, to collect good luck and prevent it from escaping. But some believe that it should be face down, so that good luck could pour onto those who walk under it. Some legends say that when you enter under a horseshoe, you must leave by the same door, or you will take the home's luck with you. Earliest origin of horseshoe functioning as a good luck charm resides in its shape and the invocation of the pagan moon goddess Diana. As capable of being something valuable and magical, Europeans believed in its power to ward off evils. As Romans considered the number 7 to be lucky, so is horseshoe, featuring 7 nail holes. The most famous story of horseshoe bringing good luck refers to the story of Saint Dunstan, who apparently worked as a blacksmith prior to attaining sainthood. The story goes that one day the devil rode into Dunstan's shop, requesting new shoes for his horse. Dunstan recognized the devil and played him nonchalantly, and rather than nailing the shoe to the horse, nailed one to the devil's foot instead. While in agony, the devil agreed not to ever enter a house with a horseshoe nailed above its door, if Dunstan would simply agree to remove the shoe. Other horseshoe-related superstitions say that if you sleep with a horseshoe under your pillow on New Year's Eve, you will have good luck throughout the coming year. Or that if you dream of a horseshoe, it means that good luck is on the way. It is also believed that when the Celtic tribes began migrating to what is now Northern Europe and British Isles around 400 BC, they blamed any bad luck, like cows that wouldn't milk, chickens that wouldn't lay eggs, on the local elves and goblins. Believing that local fairies feared the iron weapons of the invaders, the Celts hung horseshoes over their doorways to ward off the spells of evil creatures. Not only this, for Greeks, it is a symbol of fertility and good fortune. Broken mirror. You must have heard that a broken mirror is unlucky, perhaps due to the uncanny and unnerving image that it produces, thus making humans have a bad association with them. For example, Greek myths of Narcissus, on the idea that a crack in a mirror would somehow break its charm or trap one's soul. But it was the ancient Romans who brought in the concept that a broken mirror would cause 7 years of bad luck. It was believed that only a bad health could cause a mirror to crack, and the number 7 was seen by the Romans as the number of years required to complete a full life cycle of sickness and renewal, and therefore it would take you 7 years to pull yourself out of it. Fascinatingly, the same Romans felt that you can prevent this misfortune by gathering the broken pieces of the mirror and burying them in moonlight. In ancient Greece, it was common for people to consult mirror seers, who told their fortunes by analyzing their reflections. As the historian Milton Goldsmith explained in his book, Signs, Omens and Superstitions, divination was performed by means of water and a looking glass. This was called catoptromancy. The mirror was dipped into the water and a sick person was asked to look into the glass. If his image appeared distorted, he was likely to die. If clear, he would live. Step on a crack, break your mother's back. This is another superstition which signifies something broken or cracked, and therefore bringing bad luck and causing harm to a family member. As with mirrors, cracks on the surface of earth, sidewalks, and almost anywhere have been seen as portals to the realms of supernatural, for both good and ill. Stepping on those cracks might invite or release unwelcome spirits into the world, ready to bring harm and bad luck. This superstition comes from European and African American folklore. This is not all. It is even believed that if there is an ant colony in the crack and you have stepped on it, then be prepared for rain. Or if you see grass growing in cracks, then next winter is going to be a bad one. Black cats. You will be surprised to know that in ancient Egypt, cats were seen as a symbol of good luck and were even worshipped. But things took a turn for our dark-colored feline friends sometimes around the Dark Ages, when in 1232 AD, a papal bull by Pope Gregory IX declared them as incarnation of Satan, according to People's Magazine. Things only went downhill from there for black cats, with people of the Middle Ages burning them down in bonfires on holy days, while Puritans in America connected them with the practice of witchcraft. As color black has been long associated with evil and death, our furry friend has had the misfortune of being born the color of night. Fingers crossed. Most of you must have crossed your fingers while wishing for something good. This superstition comes from pre Christian pagan times in Western Europe, when the practice of making a cross with your own and index finger of another person was thought to concentrate the forces of good spirit and seal a pact or wish with the fellow crosser. But over the time period, people realized that they could bless their own wishes crossing their two index fingers, and later simply the index and the middle finger, which is what we follow today. It's interesting that people also cross their fingers when they are lying, perhaps hoping for luck in not being caught or forgiveness from God for the lie. Another tale pins the practice on early Christians who would greet and identify one another in secret with various symbols like crossing the index finger, touching thumbs, etc. Though this explanation doesn't have the virtue of accounting for the association with good luck. Sweeping feet. If you ever plan to be in Brazil, stay away from brooms because South Americans believe that if your feet are swept over by a broom, you will remain single for the rest of your life. Interestingly, this spell can be broken if you immediately spit on the broom. Curse of the Evil Eye. It is common belief across Mediterranean, Middle East and South Asia that's been held thousands of years. If you achieve too much success, it would either invite or inspire the anger of gods, who would then smite the individual with reverse of fortune. To overcome the fear of this curse, people across the Mediterranean began fashioning amulets and beads with an image of evil eye, sometimes referred to as nazars, which would help to ward off that terrible untold fate. You might have heard the different versions of these superstitions, which grew over the time period. Believing it or not is your personal choice, but be careful not to let them overtake your sanity. After all, they have been made and changed as per the requirement and convenience by humans like us only. Visit Crunchy Storyteller for more such interesting facts. Do remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to receive notification of my video. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and thanks for watching.